Hey, Sarah. Will you clear out the snow in front of the house? Good morning, Mom. Sorry, but could it wait until Mary goes to sleep? She's in the middle of drinking milk right now. You can just have her drink that later. Shoveling the snow should only take like 30 minutes, right? I'm going to be heading out in a bit. I want you to do it as soon as possible. Well, that's... Look, Mom. I just gave birth to Mary. She's still just a newborn, so could you go easy on me? I thought, if possible, I'd like you to take care of clearing it out instead. You're really telling your elderly mother-in-law to shovel snow? What an unpleasant daughter-in-law. I'm sorry, but there's not much I can do to help you right now. Truly a wicked daughter-in-law, huh? Every day I'm forced to listen to my granddaughter's cries, and I lose sleep over it. Despite all that, you have the nerve to tell me to shovel the snow. Back in my day, you'd be thrown out of the house for that. But when this two-family house was built, you promised, right? The front entrance is separate, but you said we'd all work together to take care of the outside space. Plus, I also remember you saying you'd help out with taking care of my baby. Hey, you know what? This is still a compromise. I'm in bad health hearing Mary's cries every night. Normally, the daughter-in-law would do the chores in her own house, but the fact that I'm having to do it... Sarah, ever since giving birth, don't you think you've been taking advantage of me? That's not what I was trying to do. Normally, someone would be grateful that I'm even here. Whenever something happens with you guys, I take care of it while Andrew is on business trips. But despite all that, I'm having work forced on me. Truly cruel. I wonder why Andrew married someone like you. Even though I did my best to raise Andrew, he goes and marries this kind of woman. All right, I get it. That's enough. I'll shovel the snow in a bit. Ah, is that right? As long as you understand. Well then, by all means, go right ahead. Mom, did you notice someone outside just now? What? What happened? I think someone just threw a snowball at our window. There was no one there when I went and looked out the window. It was a pretty loud noise. Did you happen to see anything? Sorry, but I wasn't in the living room. I was just doing the laundry, so I didn't hear anything. Some neighborhood kid probably just hit our window on accident, right? I thought that at first too. But this has actually been going on for days. Wow, really? Also, it seems to happen whenever Mary is crying. It seems like they're aiming it this way on purpose. So, that's how it is. I've got it. Huh? Now even the neighbors are fed up with Mary crying. I'm sure of it. That's why people are throwing stuff at the house. But since it's winter, the windows are closed. I don't think she cries loud enough for anyone to hear with the windows closed. Her cries were that much of a bother, huh? I mean, I can hear it here, down on the first floor, even when it's on the opposite side of the house. It sounds louder than an airplane taking off. I can barely sleep. Since this area is suburbs, it's quiet, is it not? Yeah, it is. I'll see if I can find something to soundproof the windows. That would be good. While you're at it, if you also did something so I don't have to hear it, I'd be grateful. I got it. Sorry for all this, but... to throw snowballs at my window... it's a bit absurd. Unsettling, really. Huh? What are you trying to say? You're the one that's causing problems for me and the other people in the neighborhood. Since you're the one making her cry, it's on you, right? You're failing to recognize the issue at hand. You're the one who's being absurd. What? I wasn't trying to say anything. I was just saying that it's childish to throw a snowball at someone's window. It might just be some kid's prank. You're always exaggerating. The first thing you should do is properly discipline your child. Then, after that, you can say all that about other people. Mom! What are you doing? You're asking what I'm doing? I'm getting lunch ready right now. The window was just broken by a snowball. Shattered glass was scattered all over the place, and I got hurt. What? Really? I didn't hear anything. So you can hear Mary crying, but you can't hear the sound of glass being shattered? I've been keeping the TV volume up high lately, because Mary's cries are so bothersome. Mary's crying was that annoying, huh? That's right. To the point where I lose sleep, since the crying is constant. All afternoon, all night. There's no break from it. I'm going to end up having a nervous breakdown. Well, then why don't you leave the house or something? I never once asked to live here. Ah, so it comes out. My evil daughter-in-law. You wait until Andrew's on a business trip to say terrible things to me. I should be the one saying that to you. This time, I decided to call the police. I'm not going to stand for this anymore. The police? Why? Because I got hurt from the broken window glass. It's property damage and bodily harm. I won't just stand by and accept this. Wait. Don't you think you're overreacting about this? Especially since it's probably just a kid in the neighborhood pranking you. Would you just ignore it if this was happening to you? Or are you saying this because you're the one that threw it? Do you have any idea what you're saying? How could a parent with any decency say something like that? Do you have any proof that I threw it? I saw footprints when I went outside earlier. If it was someone else, there would have to be more footprints coming from the outside, no? But the only footprints I could find were ones that came to and from your front door. Don't you think it's a little odd that the tracks are in a U-shape and they go right in front of the living room window? Care to explain yourself? That's your proof? How idiotic. The police wouldn't even give you the time of day. And not to mention, it was just a snowball, right? It will have melted by the time they get here, so you'll have no proof. Huh. Even if you call them, they'll think you're making it up. Huh? If it's proof you're talking about, I have some. What? There's no way you do. Do you really think a snowball could break a window? Maybe if you were a pro baseball player, but it'd be impossible for a normal person. You'd have to freeze it solid, or put something like a rock inside. Oh, by the way, the snowball that was thrown in our house had a rock inside it. A rock? Yep. Plus, that's not the only proof. Since snowballs have been thrown at the house for days now, I've been taking videos of it. I bought a little security camera and put it in the corner of the window facing outside. And what is it you think I saw? Videos of a nasty old woman in her 60s aiming at our window with everything she's got. And she had quite the look on her face. Mother, you're really full of energy, aren't you? So that's the body of a woman who can't even muster the strength to rake some snow? You've been going and taking videos? Delete them right now. As if I'll delete them. Sure, I was the one who got covered in shattered glass, but when I think about it happening to Mary, it makes me want to do the same thing to you right now. I guess there's no use trying to deny it. I was the one who threw the snowball. I had no intention of putting a rock inside. That was truly a coincidence. I guess I accidentally scooped up a rock when I made the snowball. So, about calling the police. How about we cool down a bit? I am cooled down, mentally and literally, because there's a hole through my window in the middle of winter. I'm thinking calmly. The window broke, I got injured, and now I'm calling the police. Family or not, I won't allow this. Sarah, forgive me. I won't do it again. I'll take care of the repair cost and the medical bills. Okay? So how about we hold off on calling the police? Well, of course you're going to pay for all that. Oh, Mom, why don't you take a look outside? It looks like they just got here. Huh? Who? Wait! The police are already here? Of course they are. It is an injury case after all. Since there was an injury, Andrew told me to call the police right away. But I already had. What? But hey, this is a good thing, right? From now on, you'll be able to go to a place where you can't hear a baby crying. You finally got what you wanted. I gave the police the video I took, and my mother, who confessed about the snowballs, was arrested. There was also the point about how I'd been harassed, despite having just given birth. It seems like she was really chewed out by the police. Even still, she was a first offender, and she really didn't mean for there to be a rock in the snowball. So, on the basis that it was an accidental cause of injury, she didn't receive a prison sentence. But whether or not my husband and I will forgive her is a whole different story. After thinking about what the worst thing my mother-in-law had done, we decided to send her to my grandmother-in-law's house, which she is not happy about. My husband's grandma is over 80 years old, but she's still very active and does a lot of farm work. When we told her about my mother-in-law, she happily agreed to knock some sense into her for a few years. Because of that, it seems that my mother-in-law is now doing her most hated chore, snow shoveling. The area we live in gets heavy snow, so she shovels snow for hours a day. She tried to reach out to my husband and I for help, but I blocked her number. My husband is leaving her on red. Thanks to that, we're able to devote ourselves to taking care of our kid. By the way, when spring comes, we plan to remodel the area that my mother-in-law was living in. We plan to put my grandmother-in-law into an old folks' home after a few years, so my mother-in-law will be driven out of her house once again. But when that time comes, we don't want her to rely on us. According to her, it was just a small bit of harassment, so she never thought it would become such a big thing. But me having just given birth and getting even less sleep than my mother-in-law, I will never forgive her for bringing harm to my newborn baby, Mary. If I hadn't been holding Mary just right, she might have been the one to end up injured. Even if my mother-in-law has a change of heart while living with Grandma, I will never live with her again after this. Of course, I won't be giving her a helping hand either. If she appears in front of me ever again, I'll really give her a reason to call me her evil daughter-in-law.
I was so surprised today, because when I went back to our parents' house, you weren't there. When did you get married, sis? You never told me about getting married. I didn't tell you because I wanted to hide it. I never thought you would come back on the same day with me. Today's such a horrible day. I actually got fired from my company and I'm having a hard time making a living. That's why I came home, because I wanted to ask Mom and Dad for financial help. You have been avoiding me for 10 years, but I'm finally able to see you, so I was so happy. Today isn't horrible, it's an amazing day. Did you get fired again? Mom tells me about you sometimes, but she says you haven't been working at the same place for a long time, for a few years. I don't know why, but I can't keep working at the same place. Anyways, unlike me, your husband seems amazing. He works at such an amazing company. It's good you have a rich husband. Don't let your eyes on him. If you do something, I'm not going to forgive you. You're so scary. You don't have to tell me that much. You have a past, you know. It's just a coincidence today. I'm not going to resolve the issue with you from now on as well. If you understand, don't text me at all.
Hey Mary, I've been thinking, maybe you should resolve your problems with your sister.
What?
I saw her yesterday for the first time, but she seems like an amazing person. You said you've cut ties with her since high school, so I was wondering what kind of girl was coming. But she's not a rebel, she looks like a decent person. How can you cut ties with such a cute sister like her?
I've told you why I cut ties with her before. She stole my boyfriend back in high school.
But that was in high school. Who cares about your boyfriend in high school? You should let her off the hook.
Why do I have to let her off the hook when she hurt me? She took my boyfriend on purpose to hurt me. I liked him since I was in elementary school and I was finally able to date him. She knew everything and took him from me.
But you guys are both adults now. I think you should put it to the past. It seems like the ugly older sister is just jealous of the younger sister who's pretty.
What the fuck?
You have such a small heart. Your sister as a university student. Any high school boy would like her. Men are suckers for cute girls. And cute girls don't always mean to steal boys from them, but they do. Just reconcile with her.
You only met her once and you're on her side. You never mentioned anything about our relationship.
But I feel sorry for her. As a man, I can't let a cute girl seem unhappy.
You think she's unhappy?
Because the reason why she got fired from her old job, it's because she was too pretty and all the other woman employees got jealous of her, right? And that's why they made everything her fault. She gets fired just because she's cute and you also cut ties with her. How can I let that go?
You believe her stupid excuses. It's actually the opposite of why she got fired.
Opposite?
It wasn't that she was put at fault for the mistake. She made other people do her job. And when people found out, she got fired. That's the reason why she got fired from her other jobs as well.
Are you serious?
She knows she's cute and she's doing it. She's been using her cuteness to take advantage of other people from the past. Of course, that's not funny for other women employees there. So I guess they told her boss that she was making other people do her job.
I'm not gonna believe that. Why would a cute girl like her do something like that? We have to be nicer to your sister even though she's prettier than you.
Excuse me?
I understand how you might not like her, but you shouldn't just be harsh on her. I'm gonna believe her.
How come you're on her side? Don't tell me you like her.
That's not possible. I'm just worried as her brother-in-law. I was the only child, so I always wanted a sister.
That's the first time you told me that.
Also, she has a charm. She's not only cute, but I want to protect her. I bet she's had some trouble in the past just because she's cute. At least we should understand that for her.
I don't want to understand someone's feelings who steals her sister's boyfriend. I'm not going to forgive her forever. Maybe you might be worried about her, but don't come between us. I'm sorry, sis. I did it again. I stole Jack from you. I'm going to get your rich husband. What are you talking about? Jack is so easy. I thought he would be a little bit difficult since he works at an amazing company. But he fell in love with me instantly. This feels amazing. The fact that a rich man loves me. Wait a minute. Did you hit on Jack? We met at our parents' house a while back, right? After that, I asked him out for dinner and he came along. And then, after that, I'm pregnant with his child. What the fuck are you talking about? I never thought I would be this pregnant fast. Maybe we were meant to be. Are you seriously pregnant? Are you sure? Why would I lie about it? You never thought your sister would steal your man again. I stole your man again. How do you feel? Now it's not your boyfriend, but it's your husband that I stole. Stop being so annoying. Not only once, but twice, and I cut ties with you. I hate you that much that I will cut ties with my own family. Why do you keep stealing from your sister? What are you thinking about? You can't say that to me. I'm just getting what I want. It's just really easy for me. Being cute is amazing. What the fuck? I told you back in high school too. Men love cute girls. It's impossible to make them stop liking me. So I'm just gonna keep stealing from you. You should stop being sad because it's just a waste of time. You're annoying as usual. Don't call me annoying. I'm just cute.
What the fuck?
My child is probably really cute as well. I can't wait to have my child. Oh yeah, so you have to prepare for the divorce, okay? I texted you today to tell you that.
Do you want me to divorce?
Of course, because I'm going to be a family with Jack. He's going to be the baby daddy, so I need you gone. Because I'm pregnant with this child.
I'm single.
What?
So go ahead and marry him. It doesn't matter to me.
What are you talking about? You're married to Jack, right? What are you saying? You were single.
I'm not married to Jack. Well, to be precise, I was about to marry him. We haven't gotten married because we wanted to make your marriage registration on our anniversary.
Seriously?
Didn't Jack or Mom tell you? We were going to get married in the spring, but it got extended. Because we were so busy from work. And the day passed. So we just thought we would do it 6 months later on our anniversary. It did feel like we were married, though.
You didn't tell me that. So you guys were fiancés?
Yes, but now that we broke up, we're not even a fiancé. He's just my ex-boyfriend.
Oh my god! You didn't get married, but you also broke up?
Yes, about a week ago. Seeing Jack so fawn over you made me not love him anymore. I didn't know you guys were dating back then. But he kept on saying I should reconcile with you. And Jack was okay with it. It was weird, but he was fine with it. I guess you guys were dating back then already. He already loved you. That's why he didn't care if he broke up with me.
What is that? It's so boring if he's single. I like the feeling of stealing someone from you. I wanted to see you cry.
That's too bad. I don't love him anymore, so I'm not sad at all.
Oh, really? It's fine though. Because I can marry him and I don't have to pay you alimony. Whatever, let me just prepare for the wedding.
Wait a minute. What do you mean you don't have to pay me alimony?
Because you guys aren't married. You guys were just dating, so it wasn't an affair. I don't have to pay you alimony because you guys weren't married.
Although you were cute, you have no brains. Maybe you have trashed up your brain. Although we weren't married, we were engaged. And we had a wedding date set as well. So since you stole him from that situation, you still have to pay me alimony. Even though we were just engaged, I can still sue you for an affair.
Seriously?
You should have just asked him out after we broke up. But you told me that you were pregnant with this child, so it's obvious that you guys had an affair. You are really stupid.
Holy shit!
It takes at least about 3 weeks to know you're pregnant. I only broke up with him a week ago, so you guys were cheating while we were still engaged. Thank you for telling me you were pregnant with him.
No way!
I'm going to demand alimony a few days later. I'm gonna go talk to my lawyer. How can you demand this alimony? It's my fault for cheating on you before we broke up. But she's pregnant with my child already. We're going to need a lot of money since we're going to start a family. How can you ask us for money? If you're saying I'm horrible, what are you? Not only once, but twice, she stole my man from me. And you also got my sister pregnant while you were still engaged to me. To me, you guys seem horrible. I feel sorry about that. But I can't stop it when I like someone. Just forgive this second time as well. Oh my god! You guys aren't in high school anymore. You have to deal with this like an adult. That's exactly why I'm demanding alimony like an adult. I wouldn't have been able to do that if I was in high school. That's not what I'm talking about. Just please don't be mean to us. Even though we might not be married, we're still going to be family. Even though we broke up, you can still be with me, so don't be mad at me.
Why would I be family with you? I already have cut ties with her, so I'm going to cut ties with you as well. I'm not going to accept you as my family.
How can you be so cold to me? I won't let you see the kid when she gives birth. We won't show you our cute child.
I don't want to see her. I don't care about a child she gives birth to.
Holy shit. How can you say that to your sister? You are horrible.
You are actually amazing. How can you love someone that's not even your child? I am amazed by you.
What the fuck?
I never thought you were that kind of man. That could love a child that's not theirs.
Wait a minute. What do you mean it's not my kid? She's pregnant with my child.
Oh. I thought you were nice, but I guess you didn't know. You also don't have a brain.
Answer my question. What do you mean?
Ask her. It's much faster. Why do you know about my child's father? I haven't told anyone about this. I haven't told Mom and Dad as well, but why do you know? Maybe you were trying to hide it, but it's so obvious. Mom and Dad already know that you lied to them too. What? After I got back home, Mom and Dad contacted me. They told me they saw the maternity mark on your bag. If you want to hide it, don't put that on. Holy shit! Also, that you were trying to ask our parents for money because you had no job, and they gave you $5,000. That's what Mom told me. And the hospital in this area usually costs about $5,000 to give birth. Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe Mom didn't see correctly. Her eyesight's getting bad. That's why she asked me. She wanted me to figure it out for sure. That's why I went to the company that you got kicked out of. What the fuck? Mom asked you the company, so I was able to figure it out. And I was able to know why you got fired. It wasn't because you made other people do your work, but you had a fight. They found out that you had an affair with one of your employees' boyfriends, so you had a cat fight. And you told everyone, "Don't kick my stomach because I have a baby." That's what you screamed there. No way! How do you even know about that? I didn't really do much research, they just told me. I told them that you were always very troublesome, and I think they felt sorry for me. They told me everything. No way! I'm glad Jack accepted your baby, though. It's not good. He told me he's not going to marry me if it's not his child. He told me he was going to marry me, but he's trying to dump me now. Oh, too bad. It's because you told him he's not the father. You have to take responsibility. If he's not going to be the dad, then you can pay child support instead of him. What the fuck? It's all your fault. You have to take responsibility. I'm not going to help you one bit. How are you so cold to me? If you didn't say anything, everything would have been fine. Your cute sister is going to be a single mother and doesn't have a father. You should help me. It's okay. Everyone thinks you're so cute, someone will help you. And you should care for the child because that child didn't do anything wrong. So you have to take responsibility for the kid. Jack and Lisa broke up immediately. She asked her parents to give birth back home, but they kicked her out, saying they didn't want anything to do with her anymore. She contacted the guy she had affairs with before, but nobody wanted her now that she is pregnant. Now she rented a cheap apartment and getting ready to give birth. My ex-boyfriend Jack also went back to his parents' house, but when they figured out the reason why the engagement was broke off, they were pissed, and they kicked him out. After giving birth, Lisa brought her kid to the company and shouted that she came here to show you her child. There were so many rumors at the company after that. Now he is in a shittier department in his company and is treated badly.